Hello everyone, thank you for joining us. Patrick speaking. Our challenge was proposed by University of Germany, and the theme was urban art delivery. Go ahead. So for now, a quick introduction about our team. Our team made up of 7 people from different courses and university campus city as well. The first step, we define what we were gonna talk about. And our chance was blood transportation by drone. In this presentation, could you could see weather conditions, drone regulations, legislations, blood transport box, drone specification, program, route and transport, and simulation a case.
The first challenge to consider is the weather conditions. Our study showed that Curitiba has long periods where drone flights can occur without issues. But in the case of atypical conditions, it is necessary to plan flights in advance and adhere to some safety measures established by the RBACE number 94 regulations. Additionally, it is advisable to implement water-resistant components in the drone itself.
Talking about drone regulations, regulations must be followed to drone flights. About the regulations in Brazil, currently has 100,000 registered drones. All drones must be um, approved by agency Anatel. Um, ANAC is regulatory agency which control the registration in Anatel, and also there is the SEA. The SEA is Department of Airspace Control, which all drones pilots must be registered with the SEA um, after they have their ANAC registration number. Um, quickly, regulations in Curitiba. Curitiba defines those rules and should be published by the end 2024. In public space, it must be formally authorized by city or state government.
Regarding the laws that govern the transport of blood, there is Ordinance number 270 of the Brazilian Ministry of Health from 2014, which deals with the mandatory authorization for transport and also with the information parameters necessary for transport to take place. Taking into account information that must be provided about the transport material, sender, recipient, and transport service provider. It also provides the thermal needs of the different blood derivatives that will be transported.
The triple packaging system for air transportation consists of three levels of protections. The primary packaging must be leak-proof and waterproof, using sample tubes made of glass or plastic. The intermediate packaging also needs to be waterproof and leak-proof, made of a resilient material that contains the primary packaging, such as plastic bags. The other packaging must be rigid and sufficiently strong for its capacity. And additionally, the material should be washable and disinfection resistant, allow for reuse.
This slide shows the programmable sectors of the drone. For autonomous control, we use proportional integral derivative algorithms and neural networks for flight stability. In route planning, we use algorithms such as A and Extra integrated with GIS for efficient routes, like always. In navigation, we combine sensor fusion and computer vision for precision. These two sensors provide data and guidance in a 3D nickname. In remote communication, we use M2M protocols and mesh networks for efficiency and redundancy. Finally, we apply machine learning and big data techniques for data analysis. To ensure efficient drone operations, we need to consider several aspects. Drone-based stations must be strategically located with adequate storage and maintenance capacity, as well as efficient communication and control, and robust security. Mapping is very essential to cover geographical areas, determine starting and destination points, calculate flight time, and select optimized routes, and avoiding restricted zones. Battery autonomy should be maximized with sufficient capacity and well-distributed charging points to ensure optimal performance.
About the emergency simulation, there is a van carrying 50 people. In the way, this van crashed into a truck. Um, when this accident happened, 13 people are in critical conditions. The ambulance took these people to hospital closest to the accident, but when these people arrived in the hospital didn't have the blood capacity, um, and then they are unnecessary to transport quickly the another hospital to help a people in the critical situation.
To this specific transfusion needs a total of 13 blood bags. Each bag has a capacity of 450 ml, contributing to a total 80 of 6 kilos of donated blood. It is essential that require blood types that communicated advanced to the national hospitals. Ensure donations are properly directed to the patients.
Drone without additional wave has an average flight time of 75 minutes. Adding the wave of the blood bags in the transport box, the drone's operational time is reduced to 44 minutes. This is sufficient to meet the requirements of your simulation.
The drone will fly from Clinic's Hospital of UFPR to UPA Campo Comprido. The distance between them is 8.35 kilometers. To have a safe route, the driver have to follow the security protocols, stay in compliance with drone regulations, plan the route in manner to keep distance of people, vehicles, and buildings.
Simulating the traffic present on the route between Hospital das Clínicas UFPR and UPA Campo Comprido, it is necessary to travel at least 50 minutes by car. However, when using a drone, there is an average flight time of just 8 minutes, less than one-fifth of the transport time. With this in mind, we see that drone transport brings benefits compared to car transport, namely speed and efficiency, less air pollution, and operational flexibility.
This is a flowchart that represents the arrival of a request to send blood from the perspective of a doctor or nurse. It illustrates the entire process from arrival, preparation of the blue bags, sending the drone, and then returning to the hospital after the incident has concluded. Now I will read the steps described in the image. In the first stage, the hospital receives a request from blood from the accident. Second stage, the doctor prepares the blood bags and places them on the drone that will transport them. Third stage, the drone is configured to arrive at the correct destination and delivery begins. Fourth stage, the delivery is made in 8 minutes. Fifth stage, the blood transfusion is performed and the victims are saved. Sixth and the final stage, the drone returns to the hospital of origin and completes the demand.